we've declared a war against Bengal, whose allies have completely deserted them. And we did it before they could form what would probably have been another alliance with the Ottomans. We are making a ton of money. But what else is new? I'm paying harbor fees to who? Who do I have harbor fees with? Portugal. Portugal gives me fleet access. Do I want to keep that? It's only two ducats a month. Sure. I can dock my ships up in Europe if I so choose. In the previous episode, I built up to my force limit and reformed my armies into something more where's their capital? It's Chittagong, so Ming has it already. I reformed my armies into something more effective, I think. Ming is sieging Shigas down. We'll come around here and occupy that. Alright, and I think I'm just going to let Ming oh wait, no. Okay, Avari is going to go sit on that. One less thing we have to. These guys will come up to Kachajo. Actually, this army will come up to Koch, or Limbuan. And this army will go to Saruja, or Sarguja. Okay, we didn't lose any ships, so that's good. Any damage repair for them. That's occupied. Guessing Bengal's not going to be too happy in this war for much longer. Ming is at war with Bengal, Bengal only. Would Ming come in on this war? They would. Tributaries are just so hard to attack into. One siege of Mandla. We will split the army in half here, then reorganize it. Put all the cav on one side. We've lost the siege of Canton. Oh my god. Bengal's over there. Guess where I'm going. Ming has pieced out Bengal. They are a tributary state of Ming. Can Ming come into this war, I wonder? I actually need to get more transports. Because 36 is what I'm transporting now. Instead of 30. 2, 3, 5, 6. Okay. So let's keep these ships over here still. Actually in the Bengal Delta. And those guys will go to Balasore. These guys to Kadak. These guys will actually go here instead to catch the fleet if and when they come out. And then this army needs to go take their capital. Or these, yeah, the combined strength of those armies. And after this, I might control all of India. Might. Not definitely will, but it's a possibility. Majapahit separatists are rising up. I need to increase my stability. Do it again. I should have taken an admin focus instead of what I did. When I did the no focus, I should have done just straight admin. Bengal occupied Almaty. Alright, well, guess what we're doing? We're re-raising all the forts. They're going to Kujand. And then probably to Kish. No, Atakant. This is precisely why I need to build more forts in my empire. We have the money to do it. Might as well actually have them they attacked into me. Lost the siege of Ayutthaya. Great, now they can move down the coast. Castile has most of Canada. No, well, they did. I think they did before, but they have more of it now. Right, I wanted to move on to the next provinces. This one should be, yep, Chittagong is over. Let's go to Tripura, where our ally, or our vassal is already trying to do their best, but failing miserably to siege that. Okay, an advisor died that we're not hiring. We've occupied Kathmandu. Q Bob Seeger. Look it up. Or look him up, I should say. Okay, I was hoping that the siege in Shigast would still be weak from Ming, but doesn't look like it. We'll take these guys up to Sadia. These guys up to Assam. And Durang. And we've won the Siege of Balasore. Won the Battle of the Ganges Delta. Those armies together. Bukhara looted. Great. Move these guys up to the Bengal Delta. What is... My next idea group is an admin one, too. It will be an admin one. I don't know which admin idea group. Oh, no, I do. It's going to be economic. I'm not going to take administrative this late in the game. If I was going for World Conquest, I would take admin. And I don't know what the latest in the game, like, you can start, like, decide you're actually going for World Conquest is. But I would imagine I should have decided whether I was doing that or not already. I have to go around? Okay, we'll go to Bhutan and wait. Move these guys in. Disagreeing advisor. One of our advisors, while having been a faithful servant so far, but now they seem to have grown too insolent. The advisor dares to denounce our great Padisha's policies and recently did so in public in front of foreign ambassadors. Even if there might be some grounds for these criticisms, we shouldn't let open criticism of the Padisha become a habit of anyone. But it was a good point, lose prestige and gain power points. Oh, we got admin too. Bengal, stop occupying my land. I know you are probably going to hate me a lot more after this, but wait until the war's over before you decide to hate me. More, I guess. Hate me more. I'm going to spend the military points to try to end these sieges faster with barrages. We're already at 70% war score. If we win both of these sieges, it's like, I'll peace out once we do. Food shortage. Ordering an assault. I like the idea of possibly ordering an assault, but no. At the same time, no. Go after their navy more. Mystics and storytellers again move towards legalism. Request from military access from Korea. Sure. Really? 64%. And I'm not even going to plan this out yet. Not going to plan the peace deal out until I have Shagast won. Watch them take Merv before I finish the siege. Two of a kind, our Padisha Begum Bahar Banu has impressed many men and women at court with her sharp wit and extensive knowledge of the natural world. She has long been a collector of tomes on botany and chemistry, and she corresponds with several of our generation's brightest minds. Currently, one of these scientists are visiting our court as per our Padisha Begum's invitation. They can be found discussing all sorts of new theories far into the wee hours of the night. Padisha Begum Bahar Banu has asked us to make the scientist an offer, claiming that she would make a much better advisor than the theologian Tawakkal Yakadai we currently employ. Skill 3 natural scientist of Sumatran heritage. Okay. 50% cheaper to hire. Yeah, well, we'll do it. And then promote her twice. Yeah, we get the revolt or the unrest back, but I think it's worth it. Did we not win that at 78%? No. It's still a few days. Okay, there we go. 91% war score. And where do my permanent claims end? Up here? That's what I should do, is just look for the permanent claims. You know what? No, let's actually get those ones first. That's all of them, right? Those are the border claims. And then we'll get the internal ones. Will be 74 aggressive, or 74 overextension and 72 aggressive expansion. Only with Bengal and Malacca. Can I get the rest of their land in the Bengal node as well? That is more overextension that I can take. Anything that is... okay, so that is something. 88% overextension. Coalition is still the same, pretty much. But we will control a vast majority of the Bengal node. Really? They're going to let me have Pegu? Alright. Yeah, I'm willing to do that. Also release Utsang. Nice. So Bengal will be relegated to this strip of land right here. And give me a ton of money. Of course, they have like all the money in the world. Take 96 peace offer value. And we have taken India. Utsang, do you want to be my vassal? Are there any... It doesn't look like there are any trade centers in Lhasa. Also, I'm going to do something. I'm going to move the merchant from Bengal to Hormuz. So it has 182 value going this way. The Bengal node has 87 has 87, almost 88 going to Ceylon. Hormuz has 180, we'll call it 183, so 183 and 88. And we'll core everything. Or 88 overextension. Alright. Sufi shrines. The practice to patronize or even provide for shrines connected to the tombs of famous Sufis has long been a major point of contention for the ulama. Well, we must do as they ask. Sunni Sufi shrine will be removed from Tripura. I get yearly disfavoring Sufis for 10 years, which gives me yearly legitimacy and admin tech costs reduction. I will take that probably. Definitely, actually. Khmer accepted peace with Hasenwi. And we failed our objective. Colonized late. I don't think that's possible, right? Nope. Our manpower reserves need to recover. I could see myself doing that. We can use a little bit of a lull in the activity while that happens. Because, and we're not too far off. Honestly, probably about six years to get to 100%, so we need 90% to satisfy that, I think. That's not so bad. We're making a ton of money. I mean, more than a ton of money, because I've been saying ton of money for the last 100 years almost. But, anyway, so 88 and 183. So this this actually went up. The amount that is leaving Bengal went up this month. 187.15 is Aragon has European traders in China. With a sizable contingent of European traders in China, the demand for Chinese porcelain has skyrocketed. The Chinese porcelain is demanded by all in Europe, and the Chinese only accept silver or gold as payment. Alright. 187.15. In Brandenburg they tell us of Johann Friedrich Böttger. Johann Friedrich Böttger was a German alchemist who was the first European to understand how to make porcelain. He discovered this in 1708, and his factory in Meissen, which was finished in 1710, was Europe's first porcelain factory. Price of China ware changes. So it increased and then decreased the very next day. Changes by 50% for the rest of the game. Saxon gains 4 base production. Alright. 187.15. It went down. Did something change? Okay. One more time. 173. Okay, so it does go up. Alright, so let's get things back in order. So these guys need to go to Ahmedabad, I think. That's the one with the shipyard. Alright? Yeah. Okay. Same thing. We did have the one heavy ship as well. I'm going to mothball all of my forts for now. Send an alliance offer to Utsang. And then do everything I can in my power to increase my relations with them. I can get a royal marriage with Utsang? Why? I'm surprised. So royal marriage. Let's reassign that guy to allies. I don't, for some odd reason he wasn't doing what I wanted him to. I can actually get them this to be my vassal next month, I think. Get 50%. I don't think that would get me quite there. Let's just send them a gift. 50 gold is enough to get them above 90, which means we can then offer vassalization on the 17th of April. I'm suffering a lot of attrition, aren't I? Just sitting out in the middle of nowhere. There we go. So, second army I want in Bengal. Third army in Tanjore. Or Tanjore, I guess is what it is. First in Delhi. I'm also going to increase my fort, or unmothball my fort in Delhi. How much money am I making without the forts on? 410.53. My god. And in 10-ish years, Utsang will be annexed. So Next I need the 5th and 6th. Or no, the 4th and 5th. And these ones will go down here. One more year until I can invest, or next year I will invest in tech. And also the same year that the Enlightenment spawns. Tariffs on fur, we'll let it be. Hopefully get, I was hoping for admin. I don't know if we got admin, but we'll send our diplomat to improve relations, just to max it out as far as we can. We lost Shafi Scholars, which we, oh damn it, I wanted to take it before we lost our merchant. I don't know where we lost him. Okay, so probably Canton. Yep, that was where it was. Portugal is steering trade away from Zanzibar, or steering from Malacca to Zanzibar. Do I have... I don't have a right or an embargo with the Ottomans. That's who it is. Oh. That's significant. Let's not target our allies for now. And instead issue an embargo. So we have 95% of the trade in the Persian node. What will it go up to? Will it go up? 97% in the Persian node by finally embargoing the Ottomans. Alright. We will also enable our army drilling. And then in January, we invest in tech. Bengal is at war again with Ayutthaya. Wait. Or at war still. Okay, so maybe they won't. I don't know. I'm not sure anymore. And we will go back to wait till the end of the month and send subject nations again. We've lost a general. Was he our 3-star? No, Jahangir Bhutto was. So this guy is suffering 0.2 attrition, 2.2% attrition. This is 0.1, and this is 0.2. Okay. So we're still gaining about 2,000 manpower every month. Local traders demand aid. Merchants and captains of trade vessels in Pasai have sent a representative to the government describing their home as increasingly lawless land, where piracy runs rampant and ships and ports are routinely raided by privateers. They argue that the government has neglected them and request funding to build defenses against the growing threats. If this request is not granted, many feel like they have already lost too much and will take their business elsewhere. Send them what they need? Yeah, sure. 100 gold is nothing to me. The Enlightenment. The last century has seen rationalism and empiricism gaining an ever-increasing popularity among the great minds of the age. In letters, publications, or coffee houses, kings, scientists, philosophers, and literatures are discussing the merits of tolerance, the scientific method, and the spreading of Enlightenment ideas to all humanity. From universities or courts of enlightenment, monarchs' expeditions are being sent to measure, catalog, weigh, and map the world so that we can better understand the laws that govern the things around us. Others discuss the laws that govern society and try to reach an understanding of the rights of man. In Constantine, a colossal undertaking has begun in the assembly of a complete encyclopedia of all knowledge. The light of reason has now been lit, and many will not rest until it has been brought to all corners of the earth. In other words, we didn't get it. It spawned in military access from Aragon, sure we'll accept. Spawned in Constantinople, by the looks of it. Or, it spawned in the Ottomans, it did not spawn in Constantinople itself. And we have a bunch of provinces that, or we have very few provinces where it's actually growing. What causes it to grow? University, capital of a country with full innovative ideas. That is us. Capital of a diplomatic tech 20 country with a scientist. How much is Delhi growing? 1.67 per month. I'm surprised that it's not more than that. Because we are those first things. Not trade company and owner has embraced enlightenment. Province has seat in parliament. That's something that I meant to do and never did. Is I wanted to become a constitutional monarchy. Nearby friendly province has enlightenment. Adjacent province has enlightenment. Capital of diplomatic tech 20 country with a philosopher. I think I was actually considering changing my government type at the time. Which, I'll go for it after I invest in tech. Alright. So I will switch to a constitutional monarchy. I will start a debate. I can't start a debate right now. My country needs 26 seats in parliament. I'm gonna let the month tick. Just to see if anything changes. Demographic, economic, and political pressure at home made way for sudden increases in the number of people looking for a better life in rich, uncharted lands and businessmen in search of adventure and wealth in overseas trade. Receive extra colonists, colonial enthusiasm, that's not going to help us at all, or monetary benefits. National tax modifier. Alright, so start a debate. There we go. And do I lose any of the estates? We don't have the Mansabdars anymore. So the only people we have to worry about giving provinces to are the Ulema. Which is going to be massive whenever I make new states. We can give all the old stuff that was belonged to the Mansabdars to the Ulema, as they desire more land. Anyway, what issue do I want? Charter Trade Company sounds good, but I don't like the idea of gaining and then losing a merchant. Extend officer commissions. It's reasonable. I think I'm going to take reduced trade regulations for the increased trade efficiency and global trade power. Oh, we won. That was easy. Oh, I didn't even realize that was going to happen, but that's a good thing to take note of for any other time I have. I change to constitutional anything, is that you can just, before signing any seats in Parliament, just enact an issue. I do need to also give seats to various places, which will probably be a development thing. So Lahore and Brunei and Herat, Lahore, Brunei, Herat, Samarkand. Lahore, and that gives bonuses to these places, if I'm not mistaken, rather than like it being under an estate, which pretty much takes away parts of your the benefits you receive for having development. So Brunei, giving Brunei a seat. Yeah, so local production efficiency plus 10%. Oh, we lose absolutism. That's crap. So in other words, we need to give out as many seats as we can now, and then build up our absolutism over the next 10 years. Our maximum absolutism is only 84 now. Still, I need how many seats? 26. So we're going to lose all of our absolutism, which will suck. But, I don't know. Maybe it was a mistake going parliamentary or constitutional. Where's Herat? And Samarkand. Cebu? I don't know. I'll add more seats to Parliament in the next episode. I have a new decision. Formalize separation of powers. By enacting a limited constitutional reform, defining and limiting the offices and branches of government and their internal relations, we can increase our administrative efficiency as well as public approval of our still obviously divinely ordained rule. Mughals get separation of power for the rest of the game and get yearly prestige plus 0.5. I'll take it. Anyway, a new era has dawned. We have taken all of India and we have become a constitutional monarchy. Whomsoever is our new vassal. The Enlightenment has spawned, though not in our country. Now how much is Delhi increasing by? 2.3 per month, so a little under 5 years. Actually, what is that, like 40 months? So a little over 3 years, and Delhi will have the Enlightenment in it. But I'm going to end the episode here. I'll take care of the seats in Parliament thing in the next episode, as well as decide a new warpath. I think the Ottomans look like a primary target. They're allied with Ethiopia, who is allied with Kilwa and Kaffa as well. Alright, we might have to declare war on Ethiopia, call in Tunis, and try to call the Ottomans in as co-belligerents, and then Tunis as well. I don't know. That might not work because I might not be able to get Austria. Or try to call in the Ottomans as co-belligerents, but hopefully Tunis will join against Ethiopia. And once the Ottomans join, maybe I could convince Austria and the Commonwealth to join, which will give me the advantage, I would say. But I'll have to look into that. Anyway, all that in the next couple of episodes, probably.